We've still got some beautiful renditions here on the pitch side as the opening ceremony continues to get underway right here from the Moshood Abiola Stadium. Once again, it is the second edition of the African Military Games. I mean, this is such a beautiful sight to behold, Azu. With over 40 countries being represented here in Nigeria for this African military game, it promises to be an exciting next few days with over 19 games ranging from football to basketball, volleyball, and it's a huge spectacle, and with Nigeria at the center stage of this wonderful event.
You talk about the countries, Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso, who pulled out of ECOWAS, were able to be a part of this just to stand with that fact that there is truly unity in this thing called sports, bringing countries that are even not part of some of the stands into this one. It's something to behold. And I love the fact that countries are coming together, not looking at the differences at any point in time. And Nigeria showing that they are truly giants of Africa. And how many times there have been issues in countries that Nigeria helped to bring down. And this is the time to just bring them together. 22 years is no small time. It was almost looking like a case of it was, but now we'll have it back again. The military games starting off again in Nigeria, and we'll just look forward to seeing something beautiful in continuation.
Well, it's a sporting event, but for military personnel and sporting events, or sports in general, is one thing that brings people together. You know, the divergence. We're talking about the three countries who pulled out of ECOWAS, but are here in Nigeria to participate in this game. It tells you how huge sports is, not just football, but other sports and diverse sports, in bringing, you know, people together as such huge events like this. And it's great to see Nigeria stepping up to host this event. I mean, we're talking about the 22-year hiatus before this event makes a return. I mean, we've had some couple of factors why these events haven't been held in the last 22 years. I mean, you know, in between the last 2 decades, we've had political insurgencies, you know, with some countries, you know, partaking in some military coup, you know, the insecurities in the country as well. You know, at some points, we've got COVID in between as well. You know, these are, you know, events or factors in between, you know, as reasons maybe why these events haven't held in the past 22 years. Also, the economic instabilities as well in between the last 2 decades as well. But great to see Nigeria stepping up to host this second edition. And I mean, Abuja, where this event will be going down, promises to be exciting.
The last 2 days I've been here in Emmanuel, it's been something that gives joy. Seeing countries from different parts of Africa, West Africa, North Africa, talk about Egypt, talk about South Africa, from the southern part of Africa, also making it down right here, all for the sole reason of sports. Sportsmanship is that word. And talk about, you mentioned football earlier, we'll talk about track and field events, talk about basketball, volleyball, swimming. There's also shooting, there's boxing, that's one I'll be looking forward to. There's also wrestling, athletics, yes. And I tell you, that obstacle course racing is also something that a lot of fans will want to see. And they made it so easy, not just for the military people, it's also for you as a Nigerian to come see it live at the stadium for free.
Just to remind you, this event is all exclusively for military personnel. I mean, participating in this events, they've got huge advantages, you know, attached to, you know, such events with military personnel. I mean, in terms of fostering camaraderie and unity amongst several African countries as well. Also, enhancing military cooperation, which also align with the theme of this year's event. Also, enhancing military cooperations across Africa through sports. You know, so many advantages for these military personnel participating in these events. I mean, once you participate in an event like this, and at the end of the day, you get to claim a medal. It's so much pride for you as a military person for your respective country. So a lot is at stake for these military personnel who are currently here in Nigeria to partake in this event. It promises to be an exciting few days, and it's great to see Nigeria, the giant of Africa, at the center stage in such events. You can see the applause from the faithfuls here in the stadium. It's been a spectacle here, from calisthenics now to this beautiful parade and team performance. We've got a lot of exciting performances to come, but this is just a beautiful sight to behold. I mean, look at the uniformity, look at the, you know, the togetherness from this performance. It's such a joy and such a behold to witness.
If you think you've seen you know, from the children, now you've seen it from this parade from the top military officials who are doing greatly well with this. I love to see this, Emmanuel. I could watch these all day, and that's what you're seeing right here. You said something about winning medals, and Osma is making us understand that it's beyond winning medals. It's that friendship through sports. So even if you leave without a medal, the fact is you have come here to honor that that unison, that love, that's fact that we are all one on a ground like Nigeria. I must give kudos to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who's also the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Tinubu, who has actually seen to this coming to pass. It's going to be, it's going to go down memory lane that the return of the games, the military games, started with Nigeria, and that's one thing that just gives me joy, I tell you, Marlon.
With over 2,000 athletes already registered to participate in this year's African Military Games across 19 sporting events, over 40 countries. Good to see great spectacle and to see this athletes showcase their skills, not just in terms of their military attributes like you see from all of them, but in terms of the sporting events as well. You could see the relation of military and sports. I mean, he gets to, bring that camaraderie and unity amongst several African countries. But it's been a wonderful spectacle and a lot of expectations for this game. But once again, just to remind you, if you're just joining us, it is the opening ceremony of the 2024 African Military Games going down right here from the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria, hosting the second edition of this game after so many years away. Well, talking about that brief period away from the games, I mean, there were attempts to revive these games, but it just couldn't come into fruition. But great to see it's come to limelight. The vision, the dream is has finally become a reality, as we are currently witnessing this huge event right here in front of us from the Moshood Abiola Stadium. I mean, what do you expect from these games moving on for the next 10 days here in the country?
Everything that you can think about. We've seen the Africa Games happen earlier this year, so starting from last year. We've also seen the Olympics earlier this year. That's what we're looking to have from this military personnel coming together to give us the best of sporting performances. Some of them would have wanted to be footballers, basketballers, runners, compete to the top athletes in the world. But in the end, maybe it didn't work out for them, and they have the opportunity to do it right here at the military games. And that's one beautiful thing that I'm looking forward to. And you know what the average military man puts his effort into? He does it with all effort.